Well, hey, welcome back to the Quick Speed Shop. Uh-oh. I hear rain. Dang it. Well, it's late in the evening, or it's getting late in the evening here. I got my Boogie van here behind me. If you haven't seen the build series on this thing, you're going to go check out the playlist. It's going to be up here. But I'm going to the Van Nationals in a couple of days. And it's out in Ohio, old Washington, Ohio. And it's probably going to be hot, like in the 80s. And I got to sleep in this thing for probably 2 days. And as you can see here, there's no interior in it. So today, we're going to put a little bit of insulation in this van. Now, I haven't watched any of the van life videos. I don't know nothing about insulating the van. Haven't looked in a book. This is straight from the hip, kapow, like that. We're going to just do something. But what I got is this 1 inch thick, I think, or 3/4 inch, whatever it is, polystyrene insulation. It's got silver on one side. It's got an R value of like 3. And I think if I put the silver side towards the roof, there's going to be a little bit of an air gap with the ribs in the roof to help direct a little bit of hot air. The silver will help reflect the heat up. And then the white here, eventually this is going to have full shag and panel interior. There'll be a headliner with more insulation and paneling down the center. I'm going to have paneling on the sides with shag carpet with some of that new wool insulation in the walls, big thick stuff to insulate this thing. But I got to do something so I don't bake like a tuna fish up there in this thing like a can. So hopefully it's not going to pour while we're doing this, but I want to cut this. We're going to lay it up into ribs. It's getting kind of dark and grungy. I'll move the lights up here. Hopefully it won't be too shadowy. But we're going to get in here. We're going to put some insulation across the roof. I'm going to panel over these rear windows temporarily to make like a kind of a private bedroom area where the magic happens. So let's get into it. Bam, right now. All right, we got the Forrest Gump big old fat rain coming down. But you can see here closer, these ribs, I can span it across the insulation. I think I can tuck it up under the sheet metal here. And I got some of that chrome tape for heating heat ducts. I'm gonna climb up in here. So I think we can put the insulation right up here tight. The air can travel a little bit of an air gap with these ribs. And the insulation will go right up in the bows. And then I can either just tape up in a silver tape, or I can make little sheet metal temporary tabs to hold it up in for the road trip. But I think that's what we're going to do, and I think it's going to work out right. At least it'll direct some of the heat away from the ceiling and keep it just a little bit cooler in here. So let's start back here, I guess, and hopefully the rain won't be too loud. Well, I spoke too soon. It's getting loud. Yeah, so I'll measure out the first piece. And we'll stuff it up on in here and see how it goes. I'm just going to cut the stuff, lay it out with a straight edge, and cut it with a razor blade. Pretty simple, pretty easy. And let me get this cut out here, and we'll go ahead and have at it. Okay, I can tell you, I already made a poor choice in the styrofoam. As soon as I cut through it, it starts getting styrofoam balls all over the place. Don't want your balls loose everywhere. That's what I got right now. But I went, you see there's some still stuck to the silver. I went and I taped up the edge with masking tape because that's all I had. And hopefully this stuff's not going to come apart and make a disaster. Right now I'm going to try to fit this up in the ceiling. Easier said than done, maybe. Oh, here we go. And it's going to go down in, look at that, it holds itself up already. Get in here somehow. Regretting this already. Regretting it. Okay, the roof edges come down here and they flare out, which I didn't notice, where they weld onto here. I got to trim this around the corners to fit up in here before it makes a mess. I got to pull it out and do that. Tape the edges back up. Oh boy, I think this is going to be an absolute disaster, but it's all I got to work with for right now. Okay, let's try it again. Here we go. knots. Didn't trim it far enough. This might work after all. Maybe. Now the trick's going to be getting the other edge into there. Tricky part. Huh. It's kind of working. Styrofoam everywhere. Great. Great. Look at that. It's kind of working. Kind of working. We can just get it to go a little bit more. I think I'd take some of that chrome tape I got. And chrome tape her up into place. Let me give that a go. But you get the idea. Check this out. That's going to kind of work here. Ooh, this stuff's awful sticky. I think this might work. Oh yeah, look at that. Dynamite. Perfect. That'll hold that right up in there, no problem. Nice. So now I'll just I'll go ahead and I'll tape this up with the chrome tape, the aluminum tape here. That'll seal the thing all together. This is going to work out good. I was a little worried about all the stupid styrofoam getting loose, but once this gets up in here like this, it's going to be A-okay. A-okay. Look at that. Might have to officially switch over to van life at this rate. Yeah, I think that's going to work all right. It'll, you know, it's bound on both sides, and once I tape both edges, it should stay right up in here. But this'll, that silver, like I said, that'll direct the heat that's going to be beaten down in this thing, reflected up through the metal some. The grooves here will have a little bit of air gap to let hot air travel to the edges, but it should make a nice insulation. When I put my ceiling in here, I might fur this down like an inch and put another layer of insulation, maybe the other way, double insulate the roof, and just add a little more protection that way. But to get me going for the van show, I'm going to do this. So let me bang out a bunch of these panels, get them up in here, and then we'll see what we're going to do with the side windows. Alright, this took way longer than I expected. It took like about 2.5 hours. It's gotten dark now. Let me give you a quick whip around here, check out the ceiling. Bam, look at that. It's all styrofoamed all the way down. I've taped all the seams up good. It went under the edges of the roof, nice and so it's held up in there good. The tape, silver tape, seems to be sticking really well, and yeah, I think it's going to provide some reflective thermal barrier to the roof. I didn't do all the way up there above my head in the driver's seat because I'm going to do like a drop-down panel there for the radio and stuff, and I'm not sure what's going to go on with that right now. I might do like the wool insulation up above that part of the ceiling. So I just left that down for now, but I've got the bedroom area all sealed up. Now, tomorrow when it gets light out, I'm going to go ahead... Oh, you can see me. Hi! I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to blank in these tinted windows. I think I cut the panel to fit right on the rubber gasket here, and I can, ouch, tape it right to the rubber, and then just seal that up. Eventually, these are going to have plywood with carpet over them, but I'll probably paint the foam, maybe paint the foam black first on the outside with some flat black so you can't see it through the window, and then put it right over their glass on the inside, and then later on panel over it with the plywood. But for now, I'm just going to black out the windows so they're so this area is going to be private. I'm also going to build a curtain across here that I can draw. Probably just bend up a piece of electrical conduit that I can zip screw into the side of the van and then slide the curtain across it. So we'll work on that tomorrow, but because it's getting late now and I got to go to work tomorrow. But that came out better than I thought it was going to be when I first started. Now I've just got to clean up all the mess down there. Got to clean all this up. So I want to like private up the bedroom area just so I can have something, you know, for some privacy. So I got these black curtains that I've had forever. They're brand new, and they should be plenty long enough to reach down to the floor. Oh yeah. Yeah, I want to build a coat or curtain rod just to hang these across here, so I'll have them, you know, be able to draw them open. Then when it's time to take at nighttime here, I can pull them across. I'm just going to make a simple curtain rod. I've got some 1/2-inch EMT electrical magnetic tubing there, you know, electrical conduit. Just going to hammer the ends flat and make a little tab so we can go and screw it right to the wall with a sheet metal screw, and they'll just hang here. So I'll be able to make a curtain rod to hang these curtains up. Whoa! Actually, I got it upside down. There we go. And these will be just temporary, just for the Van Nationals here. I'm actually going to make green curtains when I get ready for the van. But this looks like it'll cover halfway to the van. I'll be able to private this up. So I got 2 of them. They were left over from a set of black curtains I put in the house. So we're going to do that. We'll hammer out that real fast and get it up here. It's like a day and a half before I got to leave to go to Ohio to the Van Nationals in Old Washington. And I want to get this thing kicked out. I've got new oil. I fixed the power steering leak. A new seal for that. I've got to mount my drink cup holder in the front. Get some other things going. Then load this thing up with the tools and get everything ready to go. But hopefully we'll make it to the Van Nationals without a problem. So I'll measure this up, we'll bang out this curtain rod and hang these curtains up in here and go from there. Alright, well, unfortunately I got distracted with a phone call and a bunch of other monkeying around, so it got dark out. But here, let's hang this curtain up. I went and I sleeved the, here's my conduit here, see where I bent the edge of it around, and it's just going to zip screw right to the wall. I strung my curtain, actually put a little bit of a bow into it so it kind of matches the roof. And I got my zip screws here. Let's zip screw this thing into place. I kind of rudimentarily marked the spot. Let's just kind of eyeball this. This is just real fast and down and dirty. Down and dirty. Here we go. Oh, got it. Boom. There's one side. I'm standing on the curtain. That's good. We're just going to hang this mofo up here. Privatize out the bedroom. That's what I'm talking about. How does it look? Yeah, that's perfect. Perfect right there. Boom. Check that out. I got to put 2 more screws in it. Whoa, the wind's blowing. Okay. You can see if it's windy out, this might be an issue. But I'll have to weight these down at the van show so they don't blow like this, be the leaning tower of action. But you can see how this is going to privatize it up. Then we want to hang out. Boom! Freaking get your curtains open. You can tuck them around there. If this is permanent, which I might do something like this, but I think I might have a bulkhead area. I'd have like a tie. They could go over here and tie it to the wall, you know, like that. Be super fancy. But for now, actually I could temporarily secure these to the wall here so they won't blow so freaking bad. Let's see, would that work if I temporarily secured it? Yeah, luckily these are long enough to touch the floor. I'll have to wait, bring something or set some clothes on it or something to weight it down so it doesn't blow non-stop during the night, because it's going to be hot out. So I'm going to have to sleep with the door probably open for a breeze, but then I'll have the curtain, you know. Oh, there's bugs in here. Have the curtain like that for a little bit of privacy on the bedroom, keep the mosquitoes out if there is any. It's gonna work out one way or the other. All right, well, it's the next day. Things have gone off the rails here. I've been distracted with work and everything else, and it's rained one day. I couldn't work on this thing out and it was downpouring. But today is, what's today, Thursday, and I'm going to leave and go to the Van Nationals. It's 5.5 hours to get there. Just want to final update here on the interior, and then I'm going to pack up and go. So I got my curtains. I mounted up drink cubby there on the, what do you call it, just temporarily. Zip screwed it to the engine cover. That's good. Let's look in the back here. Instead of putting foam over the windows, I had these Harbor Freight shipping blankets, which this one needs a tuck up in there. I just went and I zip screwed them up into here just to private this area out, and I'll have to do something with that. But anyways, a lot easier just to screw them up. I had these brand new ones, so yeah, that's it. So it's a dark cubby hole. I'll pull the curtains back when I display it. So hopefully this will be alright for sleeping in, and it won't be like 1,000 degrees. I don't know, it's going to be pretty hot out there. Oh, I'm sitting in the water. Dang it. Ah. That was a bonehead move. Anyways, it's going to be pretty hot out there. Hopefully this isn't too, like 1,000 degrees in here in the van. It's my first time going to the Van Nationals, and we'll see how it turns out. I think this will be alright. So, this was just getting this thing ready in a hurry. I ran out of time. I can't get anything done on time, like way too many things going on, too busy at work, like pulling my hair out, just trying to get this far. So I got it secured up good enough to go, and gonna load up the van. Hopefully it gets there, fingers crossed. It's 5.5 hours. Hopefully it works out all right. But I'm just gonna hit the road and go, stop in Buffalo, get some Mighty Taco for lunch, and then get on the 90 and cut down through into Ohio somehow. Get on down to Route 70 and take it to Old Washington at the Van Nationals at the, was it Guernsey Fairground, something like that. So a lot of the vans are already there. There's like, looks like 600 vans or so already. So I'll be showing up, and hopefully this thing makes it. So that's about it. Thanks for watching. Just throwing this thing together real fast. Next video, bam, it's going to be at the Van Nationals. And we'll roll in there. We'll do a bunch of footage rolling in. We'll hopefully film the whole show, see all the cool vans. I'm sure it's going to be tons and tons of cool vans that are like off the hook. Way cooler than this old piece of junk. So we'll see how it goes. And hopefully the next video I'll be there. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again. Bam, at the Van Nationals with my Boogie van on the road from the Quick Speed Shop. I'm a professional. Don't try this at home.